The human experience means that you will go through times of sadness, suffering. Even the Word of God talks about it. There is a time for everything, a time to mourn, a time to rejoice. It is part of that human experience. And I think even one of the things that we need to normalize that more. And so for me in those seasons, there have been people that have brought great encouragement when I was moving in obedience. And, I still move in obedience, but, but it's like when you're doing something in obedience to the Lord and it is not working out the way you thought it would. And in those moments, you're so narrow-minded. You're only looking at what's not working. Those are the key times when someone can just call you and they would say, hey, I was thinking about you. I'm praying for you. And it's just like a kiss from the Lord, honestly. It is such a way for you to know, God, you see me, right? Because sometimes the encouraging words of a friend, when a friend reaches out and you're just in your lowest moments, and I've had that, it wasn't really that, I can't tell you I had this supernatural experience and I came back to peace. It was a phone call that just made me feel seen by God. I was like, okay, God, you're with me in this, right? And so it's so impactful in my life. And so I always encourage that, I encourage myself, right, to also be that person to others because I know how it has impacted me. There are people in your life that are seasonal, right? I think even Jesus has the perfect picture in it. Within his disciples, there were people that were very close to him, and there were people that didn't have that intimate relationship. Now, the difference with Jesus is that he was always so in tune with the revelation of who people are. And I think for me, sometimes in ignorance, because my heart is like my weakness and my strength. And so it's through my heart that I love people. But from that place, you can label a person what they are not. So for me, it was also part of my ignorance too, looking at someone who maybe it was just a season or, someone that God placed us in each other's lives for whatever purpose. But then you look at that person and you label them like lifelong friendships and this and that. And you're so excited. But I've experienced where there's been envy in friendships. I've experienced where maybe when people want to make themselves feel better, they talk down on you or they talk down on others. And that's something I don't respect at all, even if it's not happening directly to me. And so for me, I believe, just like you said, you have to be the same metal. That is so powerful.
Very powerful.
Because that means that we resemble each other in some ways.